Welcome to KMIT Vista. In this today's topic in AI technologies and applications, we will be covering our second part in the third unit, applications of artificial intelligence in the detection and treatment of COVID-19. For this AI applications for detection and treatment of COVID, we will be seeing all the applications that are there in detection and treatment of COVID. When we see the inception of COVID-19 disease, it is a outbreak of coronavirus that was happening as a curse entire the world. So this is a pandemic condition that has eaten up many lives. Still people are struggling between the life and death every day. The early signs of the disease were first noticed in Wuhan, China in December 2019. Which was highly contagious and spread across the globe. We know that corona has taken most of the people's lives. It has affected lot. As a rescue or strategies, rescue or to create a strategies, many countries have taken different policies against the disease for reducing the severity. So to reduce the severity, they have introduced the different policies. So the different policies that are introduced is AI policies. So here one policy that they have introduced is artificial intelligence. People estimated artificial intelligence is the one which is an efficient policy that can handle the situation better than other aids. So for that they have used artificial intelligence. Now we know that to travel from one city to other city, normally people use it aeroplanes and they use it to travel. But when they want to transport any medicines or some food, always they have used the drones between the cities. Normally for small villages, if they want to send contagious cities or the villages, they used AI powered drones, which is used for as surveillance and disinfect activity. Moreover, the technology helps in predicting the disease in any stage of early stages using the data, imaging data like X-rays and CT scans. So at the early stage itself, we need to detect the pneumonia or the COVID-19 so that we can save their lives. This technique are the components of AI which has been running successfully in various fields. So the current advancement in AI is leading humans to upgrade their lives, which can be used in a significant way to reduce the pandemic impact. Through this manuscript, the readers will be able to understand the different strategies based on the AI that are applied in various healthcare sectors to fight against COVID. In the inception of AI in healthcare utilizes certain complex algorithms. When we talk about complex algorithms and software, people have developed different algorithms or different architectures to solve the COVID-19 or to detect the pneumonia in a patient in early stages. And second thing, they introduced many software, many apps, many web portals, many dashboards for knowing about the data in the country wise or the state wise, which imitate the human intelligence in the processing. During the 1960s and 1970s, researchers have worked on AI and produced an expert system which solved the some problem which is named as dendral. So in 1960s and 1970s, to solve any problem, they have introduced or they used a architecture called as algorithm called as dendral. Later they used mycin. Mycin was another system which is subsequent to the dendral. It was mainly applied for organic chemistry. Later, the extensive work of microcomputers with unique network has started in the year of 1980s to 1990s. In this era, researchers and developers recognized that AI in healthcare promotes quality in visualizing the data. So means AI can refresh or manipulate, keep on changing as the data is changing. So quality of visualization of the data is helping, data is there and helping in the expertise of physicians. Next, coming to the applications of artificial intelligence in the detection and treatment of COVID, there we have different types. First one is AI is used in radiology. We know that radiology images are X-ray images and also CT scans where the Stanford is created an algorithm that can detect the pneumonia in a specific site with a better average F1 score than the radiologist. So normally radiologist starts knowing about the how it is affected with the pneumonia. We know that the drastic changes in the stages of the COVID also affected the radiologist. So they introduced automatic detectors so that it can apply for all the images, all the patient data such that they can be classified as either COVID or not COVID. So for why they used only average F1 as the metrics is always the data that is available in the databases can be unbalanced data sets, so that they have used an F1 score. If it was a balanced data set, people affected with COVID is equal to not COVID, then they can use the accuracy as the metrics. Whereas here not COVID, it can be more than the COVID people or COVID can be more than the non-COVID people. So they used unbalanced data. For that they have used the metrics as F1 metrics. Thus the ability to interpret the image results that helps clinicals in detection of minute changes in the images, which can be overlooked by the clinical accidentally. Okay. That was defined by a researcher in 2017. Later, imaging have been increased, the updates have been increased, so that the advancements in the AI have eased the work to describe and evaluate the outcomes of the maxillofacial surgeries or access the cleft platelet therapy regarding the facial attractiveness. So now so as the advances in the algorithm, as the advancement and improvement in the filter technology, always filters are convoluted with our original image, so that our smoothness of the image is increasing. Here also, by evaluating and describing the filters and convoluting that, so that they can increase the facial attractiveness. In 2018, an article of Annals of Oncology journal has stated that AI could be more accurately detecting the skin diseases, which refines the existing medication. Later they have used this also be used in disease diagnosis to detect COVID persons, not COVID persons, tumor, not tumor, how much tumor is there, predicting the density of tumor, predicting the non-cancerous or cancerous in pathology images, so on. They started in disease diagnosis. They here AI techniques are our machine learning algorithms like SVM, decision trees, neural networks have been used to classify the multiple types of diseases. Later, the demonstration of specific functions in the disease diagnosis is done by two different techniques, namely artificial neural networks and Bayesian networks. Here we for classification of diseases and disease diagnosis, they have used some people have used Bhargava has used artificial neural networks. Some people they have used Bayesian networks. So thus early classification and diagnosis of severe diseases like diabetics, cardiovascular diseases can be achieved by the development of machine learning algorithms. Further, it is stated that ANN could be accurately classifying the diseases than the Bayesian network. So Bayesian networks normally used in prediction of continuous data, where stock market keep on changing. Whereas here in detection and segmentation we cannot use the Bayesian networks. Bayesian networks can also be used as text changes. Later they started using AI in the telemedicine. We know that tele means distance and medicine means to heal. So telehealth uses the telemedicine. From the far distance itself we can cure the people. So through the patient's data, the patients can be monitored easily with the ease of communication between the patients and the physician. That helps the patient to explain the symptoms better than makes the physician understand the case, diagnose it well. With AI, patient can be monitored and assisted very well compared to the humans. So normally physicians have to be help the patient by monitoring his details, whereas AI can also monitor and assist with the report, so that automatically humans can be affected easily. Later they used the electronic health records, EHR. EHR is the medical history or a records which are digitized means converted into the form of text, and the textual information in the healthcare industries. EHRs can be effectively utilized only when AI tool is used, which can scan EHRs. So each and every document can be scanned so that they can detect the disease easily, detected person easily. Later they started using in drug to drug interactions, natural language processing improvements such as algorithm development like RNN, LSTM. So all this as the developments are increasing, the identification of drug to drug interactions has happened. Drug to drug interactions are life threatening to the patients consuming multiple medications at a time. So the role of AI in the drug to drug interaction is to track and generate a exact information that can be possible adverse effects. So let us take an example as a person affected with diabetic is also affected with blood pressure. So if he is taking the tablet medication for diabetic and medication for blood pressure, so the formulation may interact itself so that he can affect with adverse effects. That has been highly appreciated. So thus to ease the work of the doctors and this based on the submissions of the adverse reactions, people started developing the new drug formulations. So creation of the new drugs has happened. A drug molecule for the treatment of obsessive compulsive disorder known as DSP 1181 was invented through AI and was expected in human trial. So this was later they started in industries. Where there are less data for one company and another data for one more company. So they started creating lot of data set so that they can increase the training data to so effective trainings. Later they tested and they used it to classify the models. So here in different types of applications we have used, one is in the radiology, one is in imaging, one is in telehealth, one is in drug to drug interaction, creation of drugs, so on. These are the applications of our AI in healthcare. Thank you.